Welcome to the UpRival demo. I'm your host today, Nathan Hall, co-founder and CEO of UpRival. And today I want to show you under the hood of this advertising platform that we've built. And UpRival at its core is a performance-focused ad server. It's one of a kind, and basically it's an ad server that was built for advertising, for advertisers and ad agencies, media buying teams, basically anyone out there buying media as an advertiser. That is really what we've focused on building UpRival around. And so just to give you a little bit of a backstory to help understand kind of our qualifications, we started in 2012. We were a full-fledged performance-focused ad agency. And we were gluing together 7 different ad servers, tracking platforms, and it was a mess. A lot of you, I'm sure, are probably feeling the same way with a lot of the different ad technologies you're having to glue together to run all the different campaigns that you might be running. And so you probably feel my pain there. And 2013 is where we kind of put our heads together and we built this in-house ad platform and started using it for ourselves. And it didn't take long at all before we started getting competitors left and right hitting us up. And so we slowly kind of built the ad platform just through a referral-based users. And then last year is when we decided to take a full-on pivot where we dropped the ad agency and wanted to focus 100% on this ad platform. So that's where UpRival was started and the birth of UpRival. And now this year, the big focus is obviously just taking it to the moon. Now, quick checklist as far as capabilities that the ad server has. We serve any and all type of ads, mobile, native, video, HTML5, email, whatever ad formats you're wanting to run, UpRival will be able to run that for you. It's a very advertiser-centric workflow. That's one of the biggest difference when I talk about it being an ad server built for advertisers. We're not your typical publisher-focused ad server. We're definitely an advertiser-focused ad server to help you manage and run advertising campaigns, media buying campaigns. Okay. And because of that, when it comes to the data, that's one of the things that we do is really kind of position. Not only do we collect the data, but also give you actionable data insights throughout the whole platform to help you better and more efficiently manage and optimize your campaigns. As far as API capabilities go, fully functional. So whether it be just reporting that you need, or if you want to build all the functionality into your own existing advertising platform to execute the campaigns, you're going to be able to do that. Now, at its core, it really is a display and video ad server, but we've added on other modules to help you and be able to manage all of your marketing campaigns out there. So with the link tracker, for example, is used when you're using those PPC type campaigns, right? Like your AdWords, so your Google search or your Facebook ads or native ads where you're not able to, just platforms that don't support a third-party ad tag, you're still going to be able to track and manage and optimize those campaigns. Now also conversion tools, we'll get into that where you can show notification ads or exit intent, native ad units, and just a whole bunch of offer walls and slide sticky ads and footer and header bars and all sorts of things. Then the reporting and insights, I got in that already, but basically we really focus on delivering actionable data insights to help you in optimizing and getting the most out of every single advertising dollar you're spending out there. All right, let's get into the system now. All right, so now that we're into the system, when you log into UpRival, this is basically a home base. You got your top level, which is all your publishers listed out. At the very top of the page, you got your KPIs, key performance indicators, be able to track all the main metrics that your company cares about. You've got your trend lines that you're able to see with graphs, but at the end of the day, really the meat and potatoes lies in seeing the data side by side and breaking these campaigns up. So Basically, with publishers, there's different ways that you can organize your publishers. You can organize them as all the different websites that you're advertising on. You can organize them as traffic sources that you're running on, campaigns, or brands. So really just depends on what the best setup is for your particular company. So probably most widely used case is setting and separating each publisher out as each campaign. So when you click into one of the publishers, then what you're seeing is all the different ad placements. So the ad placements, you're separating these ad placements up by ad sizes or the type of placement. So for example, ad size 300 by 250, and then you've got another 300 by 600. So it's basically the width and height, right? So 300 by 250, medium rectangle ad you typically see in the top right hand corner. 728 by 90, you've got maybe a leaderboard right here on top of your page, or that's what you're running as that type of ad. Now the other with type, you're going to see three of them. There's ad server, link tracker, vast tag. So ad server is basically anything that's displayed through an ad tag. So whether it be a banner ad, an image ad, an HTML5 ad, in banner video, or a native ad unit, that's all just something that's being displayed through an ad tag. Now, link tracker is when you're using PPC platforms like Google search, Facebook ads. Anywhere that you're not able to use a third-party ad tag, you're only able to upload just the actual destination URL, the click URL, and be able to track all your data through that. That's where you're using the link tracker. And then vast tag is your YouTube style of advertising. You know, your pre-roll, your mid-roll, post-roll video ads. So for this particular use case, I'm just going to focus on the ad server element. So when you click into the ad server, now what you're doing is you're seeing ad groups up top and then all the ads down below, and then each ad group. So you can look at the ads separately from each group or all together. Now the ad groups are usually separated by one of two reasons. One is targeting. So basically, if you're wanting to serve certain set of ads to a certain audience, so if you've got a promotion running in Los Angeles, California, you're probably going to have one ad group set up that's targeted to Los Angeles. And so any of the ads that you're serving in that ad group are just going to be served to people in Los Angeles. The other reason is for the type of ad group. So you see display banner ads, that's typical, default. Native ads is something that's a proprietary feature for UpRival. So let me show you what the difference is there. First with the display banner ads. Coming to my display banner ads. When I want to create a new ad, it's very simple. I'll get into it here. You'll see that basically you give this ad a name. Then you're uploading an image, and it's just a big, just your full image. And then destination URL. When the user clicks on that ad, where are they going? Okay. Now you've got some ad functionality, scheduling, and whatnot here. And then with HTML ads, it's very similar. But how we do HTML ads is when you're creating one, there's a little button up here that says upload zip file. So when you upload your zip file, then our system grabs all your HTML, throws it in here, and then it'll grab all of your click tags, your files, CSS, JavaScripts, images, and throw them here. So that way you can easily swap out images, change your destination URL if you need it to quickly, and then it has all the same ad functionalities and controls that you have with the image ad. Now with the native ad and the difference there. So first off, I got display ad on. That's the only ad group that's on. And then in that display ad group, I've got just these two ads on, and they're both set at a 1-to-1 weight. So these are just going to evenly rotate when I preview this. When I preview this ad. So if I sit here, I can sit here and refresh, and all it's going to do is just rotate through those two ads. Okay, that's all great and wonderful. We're going to get reporting on each one of these ads separately. It's going to be great. But they're just image ads. They're just simple, cute little image ads. Now, native, the difference there, when I turn that on, I turn display off, get into a native. I'll show you what it looks like to create a native ad. Basically, same type of thing. You're giving it a name, but now there's all these different elements. And now the elements are important because the image that you're uploading is just the image element of the ad. And then these text elements are the text elements. And you see that when this little button that said show additional ad content, this is where you're able to add in all of the different elements you want for your ad. You can customize these ads and make them look any way you want, but basically you have all these different other elements that you can put in. Now, how the ad ultimately looks, though, is going to be determined by the ad template that you have chosen for that ad group. Okay, so let me show you this. We've got the one panel news. I come back here, refresh, because only native ad group is on now. So now it's the native ad group. And it's a little bit different than just an image because there's all these HTML elements, hover effects, basically just performance effects that we've added into a lot of these ad templates. From millions of dollars of ad testing, we have found that there are certain type of elements that you can do to your display ads to catch more attention. Not be annoying and evasive, like, none of that strobing or shaking of ads or anything that's annoying, but basically just some of these like hover type effects that engage users when they hover over them and their mouse runs over them. They realize that it's something that's different. It's a little bit more clickable. There's more engagement that you can do with it. Makes a huge difference in performance. We're talking on average an increase of about 300% in your click-through rate just by using these type of elements on your ads. Okay, now that's all great and wonderful. Native ads, more of a templatized ad basically, but one of the powerful things with native ads is that you're able to basically run them like a native ad, like a container ad, where you're running multiple ads in that same placement. So for example, if I just go here and change the ad template to a 2-ad panel, I come back to our ad and I'll refresh again. Now what you're seeing is 2 ads being displayed in the same ad unit. That's huge because obviously you're paying for this 300 by 250 ad spot. And you're trying to get everything you can out of that piece of real estate. So what running native ads and running multiple ads in the same ad placement does is it gives you a better opportunity to basically just catch a wider net. And maybe you've got ads that are geared towards more of a focus for more of a male-focused ad, and the other one's more of a female-focused ad. That way you're able to catch a wider net on your advertising that you're doing out there. And that's what makes that's one of these big game changers with UpRival versus other ad servers, is it gives you this capability. But also the important thing is I can sit here and refresh, and it's just going to rotate through those native ads that I have on that ad group. Now, when I click on one of them and whatnot, you're going to see some of this data that I get back into when I get back into the system. Can refresh and you're going to see these stats updated, and it's all real time. But one of the most powerful things is the fact that one thing you can see is you can see up here basically display versus native, the performance, once the data comes in, what the impressions, what the clicks look like, the click-through rates, what the conversions, revenue, spend, those type of things look like. But then you can see down here on the individual ads themselves, all this different data, and see which one's actually performing well, which one's not, and make your adjustments and decisions accordingly. So as you can see, it's super easy to be able to make different optimization decisions based on the data that's right in front of you. Okay. Now, you've got a whole slew of reporting that you've got options with hourly, geographic, down to the city level, device type, languages, getting a breakdown of what type of traffic is really coming through. Okay. Now, as far as once you have all your ads in here ready to go, then all you're doing is just going to get tag, and this is where you're grabbing that piece of code that you're going to be uploading your traffic source and off and running. So there's a whole slew of other options and features built into this system that we're going to go through in other videos, like auto optimization abilities, GDPR out of the box features, using custom domains and white labeling the system, All these functionalities are built in the system, and in other videos down the road here, we're going to be showing and displaying on this page as well as also emailing them to you, and that way you can get a full, you can get a complete idea of how this system works. So again, thank you for joining us. Next action to do is click below the button to go to the pricing page. That's where you're going to be able to pick the plan that makes the most sense to you. And we're excited to have you on board and excited for the future.